Hello folks, this is Jacob Folger, artist sculptor, and today we're going to make a cat. We are going to use maybe a few tools, maybe a wood sculpting tool or two. Ball tools come in handy sometimes. A paintbrush to keep your work wet, cup of water. Just some basic, really easy stuff. And we're starting off with a ball of clay, and I'm going to take my thumbs like this and push in. And you can see what I've done there is started the eyes and the bridge of the nose. I take this, maybe bring that down a little further, like that. I take this little ball of clay, put it here. This clay is called Marblex, and it's a water-based clay that air dries, and it's really a professional clay. And I've been using it for about 30 years. He looks kind of human, doesn't he? Oh. I take a little ball of clay like this and put it right there. Another ball about the same size and put it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of clay, maybe about this big, roll a little ball and put it under here. And that's going to be his mouth. And then I'm going to take my thumb, and you see that little gap there where I joined that ball to there to make the little whisker area. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm just going to blend that together so it's nice and connected. Now I'm going to take a sculpting tool like this. I'll put some information in the video description, the tool and supply list, the place where you can get tools. And ball tools like this work really good sometimes too. Wow, we'll give them really big eyes. That'll be fun, won't it? Let's do that. So I'm just going to push in here and make the eye sockets. Roll ball of clay, drop it in there. It fits. So I'm going to take that out for a minute, set it on the table, and roll ball of the same size. This makes things a lot easier. Like that. Alright, now I'm going to take this tool. It's helpful if it doesn't have a lot of clay on it, right? And I'm going to just, I didn't expect the eye to come out, but that's alright. Yeah, actually he's looking to the left a little bit. That's good, I don't mind that. And I'll do the same on the other side. Kind of funny looking cat, eh? And so I will take a needle of clay and that like that. And I'll do the same thing on this side. A needle of clay. It's kind of clay, it's kind of wet there. Let me go. I just had some clay wrapped in a washcloth. Because this clay, if it gets hard on you, you can just wrap it in a washcloth and put it in a plastic bag. In an hour or two, or maybe it depends on how thick it is and how much it is. But a day or so, it'll come back to normal, and you can use it. It's kind of fun. He looks a little sad, but let's see. See where this goes. I might play with his eyes a little bit more later. All right. Now what I'm going to do, let's see, I think I'm going to start the body. And I'm just going to take the clay like this. This might be too big, but let me see. I'm going to roll it kind of into a cone shape. Are you leaving, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That's my friend, Susie. So, let's see how that's going to look. Oh, yeah, I can dig that. Okay, now what I'm going to do. Now, with this clay, a lot of clays, you know, they say you have to make slip of mud with the clay to glue one piece to another. You really don't have to do that with this clay, but it is really good to take your tool, like a sharp tool like that, wet it, and score like this. See that? And then, where it's going to join the head, wet the tool again, score the head or the neck or wherever. We'll deal with the neck a little bit here. And then put the pieces together like that. And then you can, remember how I showed you how to blend? You take the clay and you just draw the two, the clay to join the other piece. So it, I call that blending. So now you know what blending is, right? Okay. He's kind of fun. I like him. Okay. And so, going here, the next thing I'm going to do is, see, I'm going to push in here a little bit. And just kind of bring out a little bit of a chest. I'll look better in a minute. We'll deal with that. I'm going to roll a needle of clay like this. And I'm going to put it on here. Now you could score, but the way I'm sculpting this is like all going to be like carved in, and you know. So this is just to build. I'm building it, and what I'm doing really is the way I teach on my channel here. Currently over 500 to sculpting, painting, and other art tutorials. I teach a method called simple shapes, and it's a beginner method. This is a beginner channel. I'm not sure how to position the legs at this point. Okay, I'm gonna bring that down. Make this a little bit more natural here. No, we got some hair in there. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, you know, watch out for the dog hair and all that. Okay. That's just a little bit more natural. Maybe make his neck a little bit longer. This is kind of tilted. He's looking that way. What I can do. Let me just adjust. Just gonna lift that eye a little bit. The eyelid just lifting up. You know, as I'm working on this piece, I'm kind of observing it and the way he looks and everything. I'm just want to go in there and play with that a little bit. So this is what I teach. So you get like build the piece with these simple shapes, and then you can, you know, go in and do a lot more. You don't have to just do that. You can you know, you can do more. You can sculpt it, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about that. Let's see how that is like tilted out. Giving him a little piece of wire. Boy, oh boy. My art studio is in my home. If you look at my channel, there are art studio tours, which you can watch. There we go. They're coming together. And you can see I'm like really kind of carving it all in together, and you know, if you're going to take the noodles or whatever the shapes and just assemble them and not do anything, of course it's, you know, you probably in that case you're going to want to store, wet and store all the time. Okay, now also I want you to know that this clay you really have to keep it wet. Not wet, but you know, you should dampen it. You can spray it with a misting bottle, you know, if you want a water mister. I don't have one handy. I don't know where it is. I can find it. I actually haven't sculpted in a while. I did a little miniature figure today, and I was going to do a tutorial on it, but I don't like how the recording went, so I'm not going to post it. But there's a lot of like little figures, you know, sculpt tutorials, how to sculpt little miniature figures. There's a lot. You can go to the page of the channel. You can see all kinds of, you know, do a search at the top of the page for whatever you want. I mean, there's a lot of different things on here, you know, different tutorials, all kinds of things, really. There's a wide variety of subjects. There we go. That's kind of fun. I'm going to slide them off here. You don't want to just like pick them up. You want to like, because there's going to be suction and all that. Down here, see all those gaps in there? You want to fill that in. I do it with my thumb. And just my nail and thumbnail. Just fill all that in. Yeah. Okay, now let's do a tail. I tend to make my tails a little bit exaggerated. I'm not sure how this one will be. I am off screen rolling a noodle. There's not enough space. I'm rolling a noodle twice. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take a wet tool, and I know where I'm going to put it. I'm just going to store that a little bit. Store the noodle. I'm not real worried about it because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of sculpting with it. I put it about the center of the back. Blend it in. Bring it around. Beep. And blend it in on the bottom. There we go. Oops, he kind of got a little bit deformed his feet a little bit. I was handling him. I can fix that. Cool. And then let's do the ears. Open it up a little bit. I'm kind of working on a well, not compromise. I mean, I'm working on, what's the word for it? An improvised tripod, if you want to call it that. I took some polymer clay, which stays soft until you cook it, and I made a blob of it. I'll show you. Okay, just so you can see. And I made a little cradle. It sits on a box here. A box. Gotta make do somehow, right? If you want to make videos. A lot of YouTubers now are using the cell phones. But I'm going to make the ears. So to make the ears, the way I do that is I start off with 2 balls the same size. That way your ears are going to be the same size. It's, when you're doing 2 pieces of something, like eyeballs, these 2 things, ears, you definitely want to make 2 balls the same size. And then what I do is I roll it into a cone, or form it into a cone shape like this. Bring that back. A bit close. Okay, so the ears going to go on here like that. So I want to make the other one, get that ready and shape it. Like that. And then okay. Okay, I got that. See how I did that little indentation there. Score width and go button score, right? And I'm going to blend it in. Okay, and do the other ear. Score it and score the ear. Okay, there we go. Let's blend that. Is it kind of big? Okay. Oh, I like him. His ear go down like that. I like that. I don't know if I have got ears like that. It looks a little bit like a dog. I like him. Anyways, I'm gonna come back here so you can see him. Now, for me, I personally like to leave sculpting marks in, but you can definitely, you can take a wet paintbrush. I don't recommend keeping it real wet. And just dab off the water, and then just, you can smooth it like that. You definitely want to make sure the tail is joined well. I did that. I'll probably go through and do a little bit of work on that. Just getting it to flow real nice. Let's see. I just pull out. See how I rounded down a little bit? Just it was coming across a little bit flat there. I didn't like that. Still does a little bit if I pull that out. I think that's better. So you can see now. I mean, you can let this dry. It will take. I'll probably do some more work on it. You know, I'm definitely gonna finish it up a little bit. But you can see the gist of it. You can let it dry, air dry. You don't have to cover anything. You can if you want. It'll air dry slower, but really this clay just dries so hard. Oh, it's so hard. It's so durable. Oh my God. The thing is, it's not waterproof. You don't want to put it outside because it'll turn into a pile of mud in a few days if it rains. But, you know, as far as indoor, it's beautiful. And I have several tutorials on how to do really nice finishes. Here are a few examples. These are bronze patina. You know, it really looks real. Wow, and it's easy to do. Definitely, you want to check out those videos. I'll put a playlist link in the video description. There'll be a tool and supply list. There'll be some links to some of my other tutorials. You definitely want to check out the channel. It's like 540 tutorials. A lot of tutorials, man. You know? So, yeah. And I'm trying, you know, I try to make tutorials, but, you know, I'm human, so I don't do it all the time, but I do try to keep them coming. So, there you go. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can get a notification when I upload. And let's see. Give the video a like. It really helps a lot. Share it with your friends. And let me just pull this back a little bit so I can get the whole guy in there on my improvised thing. So yeah, he's kind of, I don't know, he looks a little sad, but maybe thoughtful, more thoughtful. But I don't mind. I think I like the way it turned out. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you will try it. Oh, also, please send me a photo. There's ways to contact me in the video description. And there's also an email address in the about. I don't like to put that like in the video or on my video description. It's in the about section. You kind of jump through a little hoop to get it because they're just trying to prevent spamming to email. So, but it's in there. I just don't put it in the video description for that reason. But yeah, you can send me photos. Send me photos. And you know, sometimes I do make videos and show examples of people's work. You know, I put it in there, and you can see that in some of the videos I've done. Actually, I've done several, and you know, showing what the guys are doing. I'd like to see it. Send me a photo, please. Don't be afraid. You can do this. It's not hard. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. If you look at my tutorials, look at the comments, you can see there's so many people that have learned. They're so happy. A lot of them gone on to start businesses selling their works. I mean, selling on Etsy. I'm telling you, man, definitely you can do this. Don't be afraid. Get some clay. I'll put all the information in the video description, tool and supply list. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, Jake, this is your clip for your thumbnail. This is a good one. Oh, the light is really good now. Get it now, Jake. This is your picture. Perfect.